Hi everyone. In the workshop we've got a Technics tape deck here. It's one of the high-end models. It's an AZ series, mid-90s to late 90s. And the problem with this one, everything appears fine, but when you try and play a tape, it does start to chew tapes and it sounds all warbly. Due to copyright, obviously I can't really put sound through on YouTube, but as you can see it is attempting to play. But if I stop it and open it, see, it's not actually damaged the tape this time, but what has been happening, the customer says that the tapes have been getting chewed and coming out. Now, on these decks, they are direct drives, there's not usually any belts to play with. On Technics decks, it's usually things like the gears which wear down. But on this particular deck, if we just have a look inside, hopefully you can see on the camera, here, the pinch roller, the plastic is disintegrated on it. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. So it's just a case of popping in a new pinch roller and a general service. Okay, so what to do on these? It's simple enough. Just pull off the front cover. We don't need that at the moment and we'll use that shortly. Make sure the power's off, otherwise the door will attempt to close as it's power closing on these should I say. And if we just push up the pinch roller, what I'll do is I'll come a bit closer in so you can see that. Hopefully you can now see what I'm doing. As I mentioned, the pinch roller, the actual plastic has disintegrated. Plastics disintegrating on the Technics decks are quite common, especially on the gears internally. But you do get this happen with pinch rollers as well. So the best thing to do is just lift it up as such. So you lift the play head up like that, and then you should be able to just pop it out of its clip. There we go. As I say, it's a bit awkward, especially with it all having disintegrated. You can see that's part of it that's disintegrated there. Maybe if I hold it against it. And we pull out the roller. Nice and shiny as well, so that was well worn. And then we just want to put a new one in, which is a genuine part, which is getting harder and harder to come by these days. If we just do a quick comparison of the two, so you can see the difference. So all it's a case of doing now is clipping the new one back in. It will be a little bit fiddly to do. You see, the other option with these decks is to pull out the mech, but to be honest I find that's more hassle than it's worth. So we've got it lined up there ready now, hopefully you can see that. It's just now a case of drop the mech down like so it's back in its down position, and then use some force to clip it back into place, and there we are, now clipped back into place, nice and smooth running. So while I'm here, I'll give everything a good clean. On these decks you don't demagnetise the heads. If you do, that's it, you might as well throw it in the bin, because you'll need a new head, and the heads are impossible to get now for these unless you have a donor deck. So we'll give this a good clean. Here's a little tip for cleaning the capstan and pinch roller on a deck that's got a motorised door such as this. Inside you'll find that there's a set of sensors in the middle, reed switches. They're simply to tell the deck that there's a tape in or not. Just get something hard and flat, cover the sensors, close the door onto them so it holds it in place, and you should find, if you've got them in the right place as such, you can now power the deck up and you can get in to clean the pinch roller as it goes round. That rattling noise is just the take up spool, because there's nothing on it, so don't worry about the noise. It won't be doing the same once there's a tape in. And just gently swab it as it turns from above, and you should feel any spots that have got any ferric dust or dirt still on them as you come forwards. You can also check that everything's running smoothly while you're doing this. And as you can see, this deck has been looked after, there's practically nothing on there. So now this is just ready to give it a quick test. We'll put the door front back on and pop a tape in. And check nothing is crinkled or chewed. Everything appears to be run as it should. No noises or anything wrinkling, everything appears fine, the tape's not wrinkled. So there we go, that will now just get a full test on an amplifier. I'll check the azimuth, which should be fine because it doesn't look like it's been abused, this deck. Quick clean and then it'll be ready. So I hope you found that video helpful. As I say, it's a tip you can use on pretty much any tape deck as something to check, rather than a lot of people think it's just a belt that might fail on a deck, but it just goes to show that, you know, a deck of this age, you do need to be looking at things like the rubbers on the capstan pinch rollers, sorry. Obviously give the capstans a good clean, and especially on Technics decks, look out for deteriorated, cracked or disintegrated plastics such as that. Okay, hope you found that useful, and as usual, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing for future videos. Thanks, and hope to see you again soon.